So today I thought I'd share with you a few of my favorite tools that I love to use. And these are tools that I use frequently. I wouldn't necessarily say every single day, but close to it when I'm beading. So these are nylon jawed pliers. And I use these especially when I'm wire wrapping to straighten out the wire. These are round nose pliers, and this happens to be my absolute favorite pair. They're small. Have very small round heads here. And the pliers themselves to hold them are small, but I have really small hands. So I prefer having a smaller piece of pliers to grip. And I love these because I can use them for different sizes of things. And I love being able to use the smaller thinner ends of the pliers just because I can get into other things more closely. Then I have these are flat nose pliers, and I have two pairs of them which I use interchangeably frequently. And again, these are smaller with the handles, but again I have smaller hands, and these the plier part of it too is smaller, but I like these also because I can get into them into tighter spaces easier to work with. And these pliers actually happen to be ergonomic. They're made by Lindstrom, and Lindstrom tends to be more expensive because they're ergonomic, but because they're ergonomic, they're easier on your hands, so they don't tire your hands out much if you're using, especially if you're like opening jump rings or working with wire a lot. Then I have these clippers, and I use these to clip wire, all sorts of different materials, head pins, jump rings, that kind of thing. And I love these again because they have a very graduated point here, so I can get in to smaller places again, and it makes it easier when you have to sometimes clip something that's really small. And these also are ergonomic, so they're much easier in the hand to use. Then I have scissors, which I like. So these are just regular, plain old everyday Fiskars that you can get for students, and I know this gets used a lot for schools and things, and just general craft. I love the Fiskars because they, for some of the beading wire, they don't dull the scissors so much. They're much kinder and easier on it, so you don't have to worry about hurting your best pair of scissors because these will work just fine. And they're just regular craft scissors. And then I have these smaller scissors with this real narrow point. These, as you can see, says Revlon on it. So these are basically made for trimming your nails or trimming hair even, but they're super, you can see they're very fine point, and I love using these for getting into closer areas that you may not be able to use your clippers as much for. These get in even closer, so if you need to cut off beading wire or other things, and it's a really small space, these are perfect for it. And these, just get at your regular drugstore. So it's and I have several pairs of these. I love using them. And some people too ask me about, well, what about wire and things that you can dull with these? You can actually go and get any of your scissors resharpened. So my local farmers market in the spring and summer and into the fall often have someone that is sharpening their scissors for you, and it's not expensive at all. And you can also go to other places that have like scissor sharpening or knife sharpening places. It's not expensive, and this way you can use them over and over again if they get dull, which doesn't happen often. So I hope you enjoyed my little tour of some of my favorite tools. I have others that I like, but these are ones that I use all the time.